Number 3 is a presentation of a proclamation designating March 31st as International Transgender Day of Visibility. Supervisor Pine?
Thank you, President Groom. I'd like to begin by moving to support the resolution to proclaim today as International Transgender Day of Visibility.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. So International Transgender Day of Visibility began in 2009 and is observed on March 31st of each year. The purpose of the Transgender Day of Visibility is to honor transgender people, raise awareness about discrimination faced by the transgender community, and recognize the courage, strength, and resiliency of transgender people. You know, sometimes I'm asked, does passing resolutions of this sort or naming a day, a special day in honor of an issue or cause or group of people, does it matter? And I think it really matters a lot, particularly in this case. By passing these sort of resolutions, we're expressing our values. And in other parts of the country, as we heard earlier today, people have very different values. Many states, and most recently Indiana, are considering so-called Religious Freedom Act laws, which are basically a mechanism to discriminate against the LGBT community. We in San Mateo County unequivocally reject such discrimination. We welcome the LGBT community in our county, and we take great pride today proclaiming today as the International Transgender Day of Visibility. So I would ask Stevie, Jolie, Stallmeyer to join me, and I'll present the proclamation. And there may be other members of the LGBTQ Commission here today that may want to join us. And we're thrilled that you're here.
Thank you, Supervisor Pine, distinguished members of the Board of Supervisors, President Groom, Mr. Maltby, Mr. Byers. I am honored to accept the proclamation on behalf of the LGBTQ Commission and for all those LGBTQ people, especially those transgender people of San Mateo County. I am honored to do so. In keeping with International Trans Day of Visibility, thank you. The photographs you're about to see are of transgender people from all over the world, courtesy of my friend and former colleague, Lyseggen, author, photographer extraordinaire. These pictures are of trans people in UK, Norway, Cuba, Denmark, Kenya, South Africa, and yet here in the Bay Area as well. These are photos of people from all walks of life, including trans women formerly incarcerated in San Quentin prison. For all of these trans people, their lives have been extraordinarily difficult compared to those living here in California and especially in San Mateo County. Day of Visibility. Ironically, for many trans people, invisibility is the goal. In an effort to pass in their preferred gender role, most of us have undergone lengthy transitions that included multiple surgeries, lifelong hormone treatment, and painful procedures like electrolysis or breast binding. Trans people undergo this transition so that they can appear as their true desired gender in every possible way. For many of us, this goal will never be fully realized. A few weeks ago, I visited some friends in Northern California. And while they are very accepting and supporting of their 21-year-old trans grandson and completely accepting of me, they still, inadvertently and with much apology, referred to me as him or he. They explained that my voice belied the feminine image that I strove to attain. I was hurt and later cried, not because of the innocent mistake, but rather because I had failed to pass. These incongruities in transgender and nonconforming individuals are what, in many cases, stop them from getting jobs, receiving housing or promotions, just getting dignified treatment by law enforcement and healthcare providers. If it were not for these incongruities, there would be no outward sign for anyone to discriminate or judge us. For some, these differences are just too difficult. 90% of gender nonconforming people have considered suicide at some point, and some actually end their lives in desperation, as was the case with 17-year-old Leela Acorn, who threw herself in front of an oncoming semi-truck at age 17. The year before her death, Leela wrote that she realized her parents would never come around and that she would have to wait until she was 18 to start her transition. She wrote in her journal, "This absolutely broke my heart. I felt hopeless, that I was just going to look like a man in drag for the rest of my life." When I walk down the street and I notice a steady stare from a passerby, I'm reminded that I don't pass. This is called getting clocked. It is just an unsettling and painful reminder that I don't. But today, I want to be visible. I want to be seen. Despite any incongruity, I am proud and happy to be a trans woman, and I want to show the rest of the world in every way a good and productive member of this community, and that I can be my true self wherever I go. So the next time you see a trans person and happen to catch their glance, please smile and show that you mean no harm. Your kindness will assure them, as it does me, that visibility is a good thing and not something to be avoided. Again, my thanks to the Board of Supervisors for this honor. I appreciate it immensely. And to all those folks that were here today to help support us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Stevie. We have one speaker, Terry Eckelbarger.
Good morning. I serve as the pastor of the Peninsula Metropolitan Community Church in San Mateo, and I'm pleased today to be here and support and celebrate the International Trans Day of Visibility. Even this small act increases the safety of transgender people, even in San Mateo County, but certainly in other places as well, where they are unfairly discriminated against without thought. And so I thank you for your strength and your courage, for being leaders in many of these efforts. Thank you today.
Thank you, Reverend. Dave, do you want to announce the rest of the day's activities?
Thank you, Supervisor Groom. The LGBTQ Commission has put together a number of activities today. There will be a Transgender 101 workshop at 2 p.m. And later in the day, there will be a workshop on celebrating trans leaders overcoming adversity. Reception begins at 5, and the event begins at 6 at the San Mateo County Credit Union. And I really appreciate the work of the LGBTQ Commission to pull this all together.
Thank you very much. Our